At the University of Edinburgh, we believe that supporting OER and open knowledge is strongly in keeping with our institutional vision and values to discover knowledge and make the world a better place. Since 2015, the University of Edinburgh's OER service has collaborated with Geoscience's outreach course to curate high-quality OERs into an accessible collection on the Times educational supplement, TES, platform.
Hi, I'm Amy, one of the Geoscience Outreach and Engagement students from this year. I am an astrophysics student at the University of Edinburgh, and I was lucky enough to be part of the first cohort of physics students to take part in the outreach course in 2021. The course aims to give students the chance to create their own bespoke resource for an external client who has a gap in their current offering of resources. The client provides the student with a brief to varying degrees of detail, and then the student and client work together to develop the project. It was a real joy for me to build a relationship with my client and make a resource that fit their needs, as well as having the opportunity to be creative and add some diversity to my university studies. In the first half of the year, there's a real focus on giving us all the background information we need to create not only a great teaching resource, but also an open educational resource, or OER. We've had workshops on everything from active and interdisciplinary learning principles and the Scottish Curriculum for Excellence, to copyright permissions and protections for OERs, and even how the course links to future careers. As a female physicist, it's been so great to share my passion for my subject with others, and hopefully I will have inspired some young people to get involved in science, demonstrate that it's accessible to all, and even involves some creativity too.
Since 2016, our employment of undergraduate summer interns has been crucial to the success of curating geoscience outreach student projects into outstanding OERs, while also providing our intern students with valuable work experience.
Hello, I'm Alicia, one of 2 open content curator interns this summer and a recently graduated student from the University of Edinburgh. As interns, our main role is to edit and adapt the educational resources that have been created on the Geosciences outreach course. We take the resources that staff running the course select as most suitable for sharing in our OER collection, and we fine-tune them so they are ready for people to use in education across the world. The Geosciences outreach course has such a specific focus on resources that are targeted at educational goals, expectations and outcomes in the Scottish Curriculum for Excellence. The aim is to create resources that are very clear in which learning outcomes they achieve. This clarity makes it easier for teachers to adapt resources to their own needs and quickly ascertain which parts of the resource they want to use. Communicating this information about the resource is a key part of my job over the summer. I work to ensure that the OERs are all easily understandable to a wide audience. This involves ensuring that the educational goals are relevant and aligned to the right level for the OER's content, as well as editing and repackaging the OERs. For example, adding instructions from an experiment that were originally on a teacher's guide onto a PowerPoint slide and a worksheet so they're easily available. As well as editing the worksheets to make sure instructions are clear and they meet accessibility guidelines. As a university student, I provide a non-expert view on the resources so that they can be understood by teachers, but also by parents or youth group leaders, which was especially important in lockdown in providing open license resources to everyone. Another essential part of my role is checking the licensing of all the materials in the OERs to ensure best practice. This attention to detail allows the collection to be reliably ready for reuse by anyone, regardless of their knowledge of copyright. I've also volunteered as a leader with a local Girl Guide Rainbows unit, aged 5 to 7, and as a geography student I was really keen to run a resource around volcanoes. I found one of the OERs from the university's Geoscience outreach collection, Volcanoes and Volcanologists, extremely helpful and really easy to adapt for a fun educational outdoor activity. The girls absolutely loved it and had loads of fun watching everyone's volcanoes explode and looking at the fun colours and patterns their exploded volcanoes left.